Welcome back, everybody. We continue to talk about the survey that is being distributed until the 19th. Neil and Issa are with the Department of Education, and we are talking about how technology may enhance the learning experience. So thank you both once again.
Thanks, Jason.
Neil, continuing on, the momentum we had from before we went to break, it's interesting because when Issa and I were covering education as recently as, 4 or 5 years ago, a lot of teachers saw resources like Wikipedia or Facebook as evil, as anathema to the education process, because they were like, it's crowdsourced, so it's inaccurate, that you can't actually use that as a proper citation and everything. These days, teachers have actually changed their mind a lot of the time, and they're like, hey, this stuff is actually very beneficial.
Absolutely. A teacher's job is not an easy job. So when you think back to the courses we went to and you sit and get lectures, students today are not going to pay attention to that. There's a very limited, and the resources that online learning, even within textbooks that we have, where students can go through and read an online textbook, and it will take them to a site if they need to see a video for a 10-minute break that we do. How many times did you need something and wanted directions and you just go on YouTube and you look to see how to do it? Our students are doing those things, and I think it also gives them a very different kind of learning experience we had, where we really just kind of were sponges and would take all the information. Now we want students to take that information, but apply it themselves, be a lot more creative, expand that learning, and technology and the resources enable them to do that.
Plus also the rapid response qualities of digital bits as opposed to like print bound books, because like some big event like the Charlottesville shooting that happened last year, that's not going to actually show up in textbooks for probably like another year at least. And
exactly.
That's already on Wikipedia. You can kids can write papers on that. They can find videos, online resources. They can cross communicate. Talk to people, find out more information.
Our social studies teachers say that, the textbooks come in and they're very expensive, and then countries change.
There you go.
It's not the same information, so you do want to have the most current that's available for our students.
Okay.
And I remember when I was growing up, when we were writing papers, we still had to look through the library to get our books and for our sources, but now they can just look it up online. But one great thing, technology has a lot of benefits. People have access to information, but there's a big piece which is safety online, which is something that we also try to communicate with our students. And through this national survey, we've also found out that parents' safety, whether it be cyberbullying or texting or messaging, that's one of the biggest concerns also. So that's something that we also have to look to, and we want to get feedback from parents, students, and the community to hear what they want to see more of, what they want to see less of, how we can plan to improve education in the years to come.
Okay, Neil, as I understand it, none of the Department of Education, none of the public schools right now have campus-wide internet or Wi-Fi, wireless internet access. That is a project that's ongoing right now. That is part of the plan, but certainly the survey leads into how people feel about that and how the private sector, again, wants to empower students.
Absolutely, excellent. And the business community has said they expect that students are technology literate, that they would think that in high schools today that all of our students would have access. There's an interesting question in the survey where parents are asked if they were to design their own school for their children, what they'd want it to look like. And interesting that it said that more than half, almost 60% actually, think that every kid should have a device. They also feel that more than 80% think there should be internet anytime, any place in all the schools. And so we're working towards that. There is a project called E-Rate that funds public schools for technology projects that is going to put access points in classrooms throughout our district. The plan right now is that there would be 850 classrooms in the next few months that will come on with Wi-Fi in classrooms. And then next year we'll do another 850 to try to get district-wide.
And that kind of dovetails to what Issa was saying about student safety and distraction access, because if an entire school, like say my alma mater, Sanchez High, had campus-wide Wi-Fi, you could give everybody the ability to go on, but say, we want you going on maybe YouTube to research like stories, but not Vimeo and not Dailymotion and like all these other ones that can just cause distractions and everything. So we can lock down and we can actually to some degree constrain what you're seeing.
We have filters on our network for
there
that.
You go.
We want to make sure that there's also videos that students would find on YouTube that would not be appropriate for young children or school, and so they can filter a clean search through YouTube, and so only things that are going to be visible for kids' eyes would be seen.
Okay, so I unfortunately am not a parent, but I would certainly like to lend my voice to what's going on and everything like that. How can I find this survey?
Okay, so you can go to the Guam Department of Education website, that's gdoe.net. There's a portion on the left called Quick Links. If you scroll down, you'll see a link that says Speak Up Survey. Just click that. You can go through that survey maybe 15 or so minutes. And I'll also post about where you can find the survey on DOE's social platforms. So we have Facebook, Guam Department of Education, also Instagram, Guam DOE, and Twitter, Guam DOE.
Very cool. So this certainly isn't something that you guys just put together yesterday, and this is something you've actually been working very long.
This is part of a national survey that happens every year, and we get some great information. By March, the results are sent out to all schools nationally, and it will break down all of our information by every 41 schools that we have, whether it was a response from parents, business, community. So we're really anxious to get as much involvement as we can. All
right, very well. I thank the both of you for coming today, and thank you for letting us have a voice in what's going on with public education.
Thank you for having us today.
Thank you. Stay tuned, everybody. We are coming right back. News about young children doing big things on an athletic stage when we come back.